Ayushi Gandhi, and today we are going to talk about one of the major problem and one of the major social issue which is known as resettlement and rehabilitation. It is done because of the unsustainable development. So we are trying to develop dams, we are trying to develop mining sites, but what is the problem which is happening because of the development of dam and mining sites? The problem which is happening is known as resettlement and rehabilitation. And because of this issue, majorly tribal, native and local peoples are affected. So this is the third problem of unsustainable development, or you can also say this is the third social issue because of the unsustainable development. Now, first of all, development is very much necessary. So we all know that as India is a developing country, we need to develop ourselves, we need to make bridges, we need to make dams, we need to make mining sites, we need to conserve our nature also. So development is necessary, but because of the development, we utilize natural resources, right? For example, if I want to develop a dam, we are going to store water in that. So we are going to use natural resources in development. Most affected peoples are who? Because of the development, locals and native people. Suppose dam is constructed in some village, that village people will be affected more, right? Poorest of poor and underprivileged people. So the people who are in higher middle class or rich people, they won't get affected because of it. They just have to resettle themselves. But the poor people whose employment depends on the area, whose financially who are dependent in that area will be more affected because of the resettlement and rehabilitation. Now, various types of projects leads to displacement of locals. The first project is displacement due to dams, second is displacement due to mining, and third is displacement due to formation of PAs. PAs means conservation of forest resource and trees and wildlife. We cordon certain area and the locals and the natives are moved to some other place. Now, displacement due to dams. So need space for such huge projects. So whenever we are trying to develop, the developing countries are making dam, they will require a huge land area, of course. Local tribals and natives are affected, they need to shift somewhere else. Families have to leave their ancestral place and need to settle somewhere else. So they need to leave their home, their ancestral place, and they have to shift somewhere else. Hirakund Dam, 2000 people in 250 villages, right? So when that dam was made, 2000 people were shifted. Bakra Nangal Dam, not even of half displaced resettled. So they live in refugee camps, right? So they were displaced from that area, but they have not resettled yet. The reason is because they need to find new jobs, they need to resettle themselves, the children need to find schools for themselves, the education will be stopped, so they live as a refugee in some other village, right? Sardar Sarovar, 41,000 families will get displaced due to reservoirs. Tehri Dam, 10,000 people of Tehri town were displaced. A review by World Bank suggests that an average of 13,000 people are displaced by each new large dam constructed currently. So whenever you construct a new dam, 13,000 people will suffer. By this estimate, India displaced by the country 3,000 plus large dam would number over 39 million. Right? So India has made 3,000 plus dams. So according to the calculation of the World Bank, 39 million people have suffered because of the development of dam and they have displaced themselves, or they have resettled in new area and they have started a new life again. Displacement due to mining. So mining is also one of the major issue where people need to displace themselves. Like several hectares of land are covered in mining operations. Mining accident also cause displacement. So because of the mining, there are accidents, there are landslides, there are blasting accidents, right? So Jharai coal mines, Jharkhand, 0.3 million people asked to leave the place. Reason, underground fires, right? No alternative provided yet, so there was no alternative provided. They have shifted themselves, but it is a very problematic situation for them. Displacement due to creation of protected area. So PA is protected area. So sometimes to save our nature, to save forest, the tribals and the native people are shifted somewhere else, and that place is cordoned. Like displacement also takes place where protected areas are established as compensatory measure for the forest lands and natural habitats that are lost. Right, so because the natural habitat should not be lost, that from that area people are taken out and they have to displace somewhere else. A welcome step for natural resource conservation. So to conservation of the natural resource, we need to do that. But tribals lose their right to natural homes because they are used to live in natural area, but they lose their right. Entry is prohibited in core areas. Valmiki Tiger Reserve, 142 villages in Bihar of Tharu community. So this is one of the example that Valmiki Tiger Reserve, where 142 villages in Bihar were shifted because of it. Vaikund Wildlife Sanctuary, 53,472 tribal families in Kerala were shifted. Right? So because to coordinate, to conserve our nature, at that time people are suffering, tribals are suffering, right? They have to shift somewhere else. This is the problem created because of the development. Rehabilitation issues and policies. So of course, because of all these problems, we have find out some policies, or we have made some policies so that the rehabilitation and displacement happens in an appropriate way. So first of all, whenever there is a displacement or resettlement, right to housing, a basic human right. So you have to give another house to that person. Government acquires land for various reasons. Already poor tribals most affected, because already they are affected, they are already below poverty line, and when you tell them to shift, they are going to get affected more. Loss of land, food, home, job, property, asset, and social isolation. Social isolation is also one of the major issue of resettlement and rehabilitation. So whenever there are some 250 families living in a village and they have to resettle, so they are not going to resettle in same place, they are going to go to different areas, so their community also breaks, right? So they also feel socially isolated because they all will be separated, they cannot live unitedly at one place. Cash compensation, which is not enough. Tribals are unaware, so might be a case of cheating, as tribals mostly they are uneducated people, so there are chances of cheating by government officials. Communal settlement does not happen, so the whole community cannot set up at one place, so that can lead to loss of their culture also. They will lose their identity because of the displacement and resettlement. So what are the policies they have made? Department of Land Resource, Ministry of Rural Development has formulated a national policy on resettlement and rehabilitation for the project affected families 2003 with the objective to, what are the objectives, why we have made out this policy? Minimize displacement, right? If it's not needed, do not displace people, and to identify non-displacing or at least displacing alternatives. So what are the alternatives for them, right? Plan the resettlement and rehabilitation of project of affected families, including special needs of tribal and vulnerable section. So you have to take care for the needs of the tribals and vulnerable section. Provide better standard of living, facilitate harmonious relation between the required body and PF through mutual cooperation. National policy on rehabilitation and resettlement 2007 has also been set up so that displacement occurs in a good way. Now we have studied about resettlement and rehabilitation, one of the major problem of unsustainable development and one of the major social issues. But what are the other social issues which we are facing right now? So one of them is the climate change, right? So as climate is changing, sea level is increasing, it is very warm in summer, in winter we can find monsoon, in monsoon there is no rain. So these kind of climatic change are happening, right, because of the pollution created by us. Global warming, right? So you can see overall increase in the temperature, greenhouse gases have been increased, right? Water vapor, nitrous oxide, methane, carbon dioxide, which traps heat. So we are utilizing products which are releasing carbon dioxide, methane in the atmosphere, which are trapping the heat and increasing the temperature of the earth, right? So these are some of the problems, these are some of the social issues one should acknowledge. What are the facts? Now, unsustainable consumption patterns of rich industrialization nations are responsible for the threat of climate change. Only 25% of global population lives in this country, but they emit more than 70% of the total global CO2 emission and consume 75 to 80% of many other resources of the world. So the countries or the nations which are emitting carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, there are only 25% of the global population living there, and those people are contributing to the 75% or 80% of the CO2 emission of the whole world. So that is a very problematic situation, right? Impacts are already being seen in unprecedented heat waves, cyclones, floods, salinization of the coastal line, and effects on agriculture, fishery and health. So we can already see in the surrounding that how we are getting affected, right? There are floods, there are cyclones, and the fishes are getting affected, the human health is getting affected. There are a lot of problems created due to climate change, global warming, and because of the CO2 emission, right? So one should take care in mind that we should not emit that much amount of pollution in the environment, right? So Inter and Governmental Panel on Climate Change published Evidence of Climate Change IPCC report 2007 observed that Earth climate has changed over years. Average temperature have fluctuated by 0.5 to 1 degree Celsius. You might be feeling that it's only a difference of 0.5 degree Celsius, but that 0.5 degree Celsius is very, very dangerous. Decrease of even 0.1 degree Celsius can result into reduction of food production, various climatic change, right? Anthropogenic activities are affecting climate. It is not uniform in all places. Poles will be more warmer. So why should be India concerned about the climate change? So India is the home to the third of the world's poor, and climate change will hit this section of the society the hardest. So every time anything happens, the poor are going to get most affected, and India has most of the people below poverty line. So India should be concerned about climatic change. Set to the most populous nation in the world by 2045, so we are going to be the most populous nation by 2045. The economic, social and ecological price of climate change will be massive. The three main categories of impact are those on agriculture, sea level rising to submerge of coastal area, as well as increased frequency of extreme event. Each of these pose serious threats to India. So any kind of climatic change, as India's economy is fully dependent on agriculture, mostly dependent on agriculture. So if we don't get proper climate, we won't be able to do proper agriculture, and that will result into our economic downfall also. India's main energy resource is coal. With the threat of climate change, India is called upon to change its energy strategy based on coal, its most abundant resource, and to use other energy resources, example oil, gas, renewable and nuclear energy, which may turn out to be expensive. So India is already a poor country, like we don't have that much amount of economy, right? So we don't have that much amount of money which America and European countries have. So if we are told and if we are imposed ban on using coal or any other natural resource, we have to develop alternative resource for it, and that will be very, very expensive for us. So utilizing those kind of energy will be expensive, and which will turn out for our economic fall again. So we should save resources so that our future generation can use it, and our economy will also become strong if we conserve our resources. So here you can see there are several examples, right, how floods results into displacement, how you can see global warming is affecting. Here you can see that it's too much heat and sea level is increasing, right? So solution for it is renewable energy, biofuels, afforestation, reduce the current rate of CFC, right? So mostly utilize solar energy, mostly utilize biofuels, plant more trees, utilization of CFC should be reduced because CFC creates hole in ozone layer, trap methane for fuel, potential of algae in carbon dioxide utilization, and sustainable agriculture, like you can utilize drip irrigation rather than sprinkle irrigation, so the wastage of water is reduced, right? So one should protect the environment, and that is very, very important. Fine. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you.